Hello there, and welcome to iPad Pros. We are doing a non-traditional episode where we will be covering Apple's September 2025 event, where Apple announced the AirPods Pro 3, a bunch of new Apple Watches, and a bunch of new iPhones. If you'd like to support this podcast, you can do so over at patreon.com/iPadPros or by subscribing in Apple Podcasts. With that, let's start the episode. We're joined today by Riley. How you doing today, Riley?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing great. No new iPad news, as it is iPad land. But something in the iPad world did happen recently. We just want to mention it to kick off this very special episode. That is Instagram, after a decade
Yes.
or more, finally has an iPad app, but it's not what we all hoped. You got to be specific in your wishes, otherwise you'll get what's that? There is some word for that, some term for that. About specificity in your wishes. It's some fairy tales, I think, go into that. But you've installed this. Instagram, I fight constantly with my login for Instagram and with threads and stuff. It's like I basically can't log into stuff. It's logged into the devices it's logged into. It's just tried resetting. It's just so. What's this experience like? It's not great.
It's okay. I mean, obviously they're pushing Reels. They've been doing that for a while. That's not really a surprise. But I've seen a lot of articles about people being really shocked that this was a thing they were doing. It feels very big iPhone app.
You can take photos in this app still.
Yeah, I believe that's still a thing. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's a thing people every now and then do.
Because most people just post to Instagram from their camera or photo library.
Yeah.
But I imagine they still have the interface where you take a photo and do the filter. Maybe, I don't know. It's been a while since I've used Instagram.
I'm gonna say probably.
I
try to be an Instagram user. It's just there are too many social networks. I can't keep up with all of them.
But it's a nice iPad system where it does split view if you decide not to update.
Yes.
And then it does fully window resizing as well if you're on the newer OSs and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It has a few keyboard shortcuts. It's fine. It is probably better than nothing. I think arguably, if you've ever used Instagram on Windows, and I don't know if anyone listening to this would have, it's not too dissimilar to that, or even the web version. Like, it's just okay. It's fine.
Okay.
That's the best way to put it. But
happy.
Yeah,
what other white whales are we missing from iPad app land? Instagram was a big one.
That was maybe the big one. Like that normal people care about.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
Is like Snapchat or one of those? I'm trying to remember.
Snapchat is there. It's pretty bad.
Okay.
It's like portrait only on that Instagram.
Yeah,
Snapchat.
Right.
App.
Yeah,
but it is there. TikTok is there.
Okay. So I just wanted to mention that this is iPad Pros. Says the one and only bit of iPad news I think today. Nothing came out in the Gold Masters of iPad OS of note. I don't believe. It's just a nice polished version of what was out there prior.
It might be worth mentioning. There were some rumors we'd see the M5 this week, which never made sense, but they were out because I think this month is 10 years of the iPad Pro being a thing.
Which is wild.
Yeah. 10-year anniversary.
10 years. We've had iPad Pros longer than not having the iPad Pros, which is crazy to me. Yeah, but October seems like the big month for that, or November, which is traditional for iPad updates. You either do it in May or you do it in October, November, because it's every 18 months for the Pros. As pointed out in our chat, Apple Watch has been around longer than iPad Pros, which still feels weird. Yeah. They're the same year, I think.
Yeah. Watch was 2013.
But Watch was earlier in the year.
I think the Watch was 2013.
Oh, 2017 for iPad Pros, right?
2015, I think.
2015. Then second gen was 2017. I keep remembering 2017 because the second gen was such a big update. I remember, and that was I have fond memories of that second gen. Anyways, any other iPad stuff before we get to the meat and potatoes?
No, let's do it.
Okay. Let's do in Apple's order. And they start with AirPods Pro 3 and some cool things here some really cool things here. First off, sweat resistance is finally here. I've lost 2 pairs of AirPods microphones to, I presume, water and or sweat. They just, and there's no way of just telling this. I wish the OS would have a way of like, don't even try to use this microphone. It's not going to work. But there's no way to really do that. You can like prioritize one over the other, but you can't say this just is a faulty microphone, which is weird. So hopefully this will make that not happen again. I recently had a pair of AirPods Pro that got stolen from me. This was my crappy pair with the bad microphone. And I was at this amusement park and they got stolen. So I can now monitor where this guy lives. Basically, it's been on my Find My for a month and a half now. I can see this guy's got my old pair of AirPods Pro. Hope he's enjoying them.
Yeah,
It's got the lost. It's got the lost thing. He hasn't called me or anything yet. It's one of those things like, do I drive into Boston to do this? It's like an hour probably away from an hour and a half or whatever. Do I go get the cops involved for this pair of AirPods Pro? I probably don't really want. Really, I mean, I want them obviously because it's a nice crappy pair. They still sound good, But what would you do in this situation? Because the other thing is like it's on my map. It's just nagging me every time I open the Find My app. Here's your. What would you do in this situation?
For if these were AirPods Max, I might put some effort into it, but like I don't know. I wouldn't want them back at this point. I don't know, you know, what this person's done with them and like
Because they do have resale value, I guess.
yeah, I would never I can't fathom buying used like AirPod.
I'm with you.
I can't.
Buyback or some of those, one of those had surprisingly good value. Like I got over $100 for like my AirPods Pro first generation there.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just nagging me. I'm like, do I just give up and take this off my Find My? But I kind of want to leave it on there, see how long this thing lasts. Like it eventually gets. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, side tangent, but yeah. Related to Find My, the 3rd generation AirPods Pro have the U2 chip. And I discovered pre-show that Apple is finally calling it the U2 chip. If you remember, during the introduction of the U2 chip, they called it the U chip 2nd generation or something, because I think they're afraid of U2 or something. But yeah, if you go on the compare page, it's finally called the U2 chip. So I guess this is better range for the precision finding and all that. So that's a nice little tweak that they didn't really mention on stage, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like as we've just discussed, these things are kind of easy to lose. So, the more of this stuff, the better.
Now, what are you most excited about you pre-ordered a pair, which I'm going to do the fiscally responsible thing of waiting until there's the Amazon sale, or maybe I got Best Buy Plus membership for a year or whatever. I might wait and see if that hits it at some point. Because AirPods really go on the quickest thing to go on sale of all the Apple devices. So
Yeah.
but I understand wanting them day one, and
For me, I mean, there's some stupid stuff like, I've been rocking the Lightning USB or the Lightning.
oh
AirPods
yeah,
Pro
I got the
2,
USB-C AirPods Pro. Getting rid of Lightning. That's
so
good.
that's one motivation. I know there's some improved audio quality, I think, and any improvements to things like the adaptive transparency, stuff like that I use every day. It's just worth it to me. And of course, the battery. It's been 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
Battery's actually okay-ish in mine, but obviously, uh, a fresh set of batteries is always good too. So.
And they bumped it to 8 hours, which is huge.
Yeah.
It goes from 6 to 8. 8 you can get through most work days, I'd imagine, in a single charge. I wonder how accurate that is. I during the workday am rocking the Beats Solo Buds now. The 20, 30 hour it's like a crazy battery. You have to charge it like once every couple days. Like it just lasts forever. So the AirPods Pros are my at night pair and stuff. But the thing I'm most excited about the Pro 3s is outside the sweat resistance so they don't die, the microphone doesn't crap out on me, is the audio quality. It sounds like they did some major improvements to that. And I'm excited to wear them with Vision Pro and all that. And then the fit. I've had to use the Comply foam ear tips on my AirPods Pro, and I have to swap those out pretty frequently. It sounds like they did a lot of work to fit in this new. It's a new hybrid kind of tip thing that
Yeah.
other companies have messed with, but never really jived with me. So hopefully the fit's improved. And I can actually use the standard ear tips with these things. So that'll be interesting to see with the fit.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that too. Although I feel like of the earbuds I've tried, for me at least, the AirPods Pro fit the best. Um, outside of workouts, which I have to, I'm on the Power Beats Pro 2s for workouts. I have to have that ear hook to feel confident in the fit. But
Yeah.
other than that, like I love the way they fit. So, um, you know, more the better really on that. So we'll
It's
see.
funny. The $50 Beats Solo Buds fit just fine with the standard tips, but the AirPods Pro they'll follow my ears and all that without the special tips I ordered. So it's just kind of funny, you know. Sometimes the $50 pair does wonders with certain things. Yeah,
We
and
also
yeah,
have
live translations coming to AirPods
yes,
Pro 2,
yes.
AirPods 4. This seems interesting. I don't know if I'll ever really use this. Like, it'd be if I was like a journalist interviewing like someone in a different language, that could be interesting. I don't live in a multilingual kind of situation.
Yeah, I think for people who live in countries where multiple languages are more of a thing, I think this could be moderately useful. Although chances are, if you live in one of those countries, you can speak multiple languages, so maybe you don't need it. But it's still really really cool. Even as a tech demo, man. I mean, this is and it sounds like the phone is maybe doing a lot of the heavy lifting here, but it's still just we're living in the future. Like, how cool is this? you know?
It's wild, yeah. And we did note pre-show as well that the case people were guessing and predicting, oh, they're gonna make the AirPods Pro 3 case smaller. It's slightly bigger, by like zero point 0.2 inches each dimension. Which is just interesting. And yeah, they didn't change radically in their design. They still have the stems, and most people, if you're wearing them, they probably don't know you're wearing the threes. Like they look identical
Right.
to my eyes. Yeah,
Yeah, which is
which is fine.
fine. They're still the same status symbol they always were. So that's
Yeah, and
nothing
yeah,
to change that.
better noise cancellation. Let's see how crazy they can go with that. Like,
Hmm.
I'm there to see how much of the world they can cancel out in adaptive. How much better that can get to. So
That
yeah,
is such an amazing feat. I love that so much. The adaptive
it's so
transparency.
good because you'll be in like a loud car with the AC blowing or something, and it it I can hear the street better, and I can don't have to hear the noisy stuff. Yeah.
It's the feature that keeps me. I have a pair of Beats Studio Buds here that I think I intended at one point to be my everyday earbuds, but like features like that are what keep me on the AirPods Pro, like because the Beats don't do that, and it's just really really cool.
Yeah. Anything else on AirPods?
Yeah. One other thing that matters less to us Apple Watch users, but we do have the heart rate sensor.
That's right. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And I wonder what they'll do with the dual data points if that will inform the info.
I'm guessing. Uh, I would naively assume this is going to work like it does in the Power Beats. So
I'd assume so. How's it behave there?
if you're wearing the watch, it always just takes that heart rate data. It won't try to
Okay.
ever use both. This is solely for people without Apple Watches that this will be of value, and it sounds like only for workouts.
Yeah, that's what it reads as well. So
So not just every day.
kind of pointless for me and you, I guess.
For us Apple Watch users, I don't think there's a huge benefit there, but
Yeah,
um, there's a lot of people I would guess who, I mean, AirPods are incredibly popular, right?
for
So
sure.
there are
Yeah,
probably way more people without Apple Watches with AirPods that this could help feed into that Apple fitness ecosystem.
yeah. Well, yeah, I'm excited to get a pair at some point. Maybe this fall, maybe next year, whenever that first sale is. I'm just gonna wait for you. Do you have a prediction when the first Amazon sale will be?
I think the more I think about it, I feel like we're probably gonna see. I don't know how this worked last time, but I wonder if the Amazon will keep like the AirPods Pro 2 like around and heavily discount those or something
Yeah, I don't know.
and
Maybe.
keep these at full price. I don't know. That's
Yeah, I forget. It seemed quick last time, but I may be remembering just because AirPods Pro 2 have been around so long and they go on
Mhm.
sale so frequently these days. But
Yep.
Apple Watch.
Yes.
Finally. With AirPods, I guess they're in a good place now. Like the 4s came out recently. The Max is the only one that really needs their attention now.
Dude, my Max is just not died, but they won't connect anymore. And it sounds like the Bluetooth chip is in a bad state or something,
That's
from what I read.
unfortunate.
So, and I just, I can justify so many stupid things.
That's a very expensive headphone to
I
go
can't
bad.
justify buying another pair at anywhere near full price with no
No,
features, so
no, absolutely not.
I'm rocking the Power Beat. There's not the Beat Studio Pro, excuse me.
Yeah,
Or
we
now
all
what?
have so many headphones. Like it's
Oh yeah.
like, but yeah, that's the one. Yeah, pair that needs their attention next. I think. But anyways, yeah, Apple Watch. Apple
Mhm.
Watch to me is such a fascinating product. The leaks are much less. You don't see the leaks for these things really. They're much less of a big thing, and it's just an exciting space. What will they do this year? And it's something that's on my body all the time. I've got an Ultra 2 and I also have a Series 9. I've told that story before. So I've got the last time they did the processor jump, which means all the features they announced today are included in both those watches, which is very cool. So if you buy in during a real processor jump, you really get the best bang for your buck with the upgrades with OSs and stuff. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff today. So they started off with the Series 11. And the big surprise to me is they finally figured out how to add battery life to the Apple Watch, because it's been 18 hours since 2015. It's been a decade at the quoted, 18. That 18 is fungible, like the 2015 Apple Watch. Was it really 18? Sorta. And it got better, and it has fluctuations, but it's always been quoted as 18. Now they jumped it to 24. So that's decent jump. I personally, since I use my Apple Watch at work away from my iPhone and am using AirPods with it for music and podcasts and audiobooks, I can kill an Ultra 2 within 10 hours. Easily goes from 100 to like 12% just by playing audio. The Apple Watch is not very friendly to playing audio for battery life. So I think I still would need an Ultra to get through a work day. But this is a nice bump and as well. And as we'll talk about, the Ultra 3 got that same 8-hour improvement of battery life, which is really cool to see. So that's at 42 now. So it'll be even harder for me to kill the Ultra 3 if I got one. I think I could, but maybe can I kill a 42-hour battery life in a single day? I think I could. But anyways,
I think the battery improvements are they're obviously good, right? It's always a good thing. It's probably not enough for you see a lot of people comparing these to like Garmin's, or I guess really only Garmin is all I see with like multi-week battery life, and
yeah,
people strangely wonder why the Apple Watch can't do that. And it's one of those things is like if you looked at the, the two watches, like the Garmin is nice, but it's pretty basic, like technology wise.
yeah. It's like an e-ink. It's like a Kindle. It's like, why does your
Yeah,
Kindle get good battery life and your iPad doesn't?
right. Like this is a computer on your wrist, and that's a sports watch. Those are kind of different things. But I'm excited, and it kind of gives me a tiny bit of hope. Like you said, they've been saying 18 hours since the beginning. Maybe one day, an iPad will come out and it'll have, 14 hours. That will finally break away from 10 hours one day.
10 hours. I remember doing like 20 hours of just video play. I wonder, video playback's probably still good, but that 10 hours went much further back in the day. Yeah, and the Ultra 2 or 3 can get a fair bit, but yeah, it's no Garmin, and it's not supposed to be.
Right.
5G was the other improvement here, and a scratch. It's better at scratch resistance. It's a better version of Ion X, which is huge because that's the one thing I'd never want to get a baseline on, just because like I want to see comparisons. What's Sapphire like compared to this? Let's have people test that and get some scratches on their watches.
5G is strange.
It's weird because yeah, I do cellular on the Apple Watch, and you can really heat the sucker up if you're downloading. You open up a podcast app, and you can download, like, use Outcast or
Yeah.
on the app I use, Pocket Cast. You can download them straight in the watch without any phone nearby over cellular, and especially on the series watches, that sucker will get hot. And I'm curious what performance is like and how is 5. I guess 5G is important to have there, because networks are starting to downgrade their older LTE networks. Like, in certain areas, like, 5G is just, it's not just that it's better as far as speed. It's just like that's where the coverage is, and they're kind of downplaying the older radios. So maybe that's an important step as well.
I know one of the benefits of the many benefits we were promised of 5G was lower latency. I mean, I guess maybe that would be a good thing for the watch. I mean,
you're using the broadcast app on the watch, streaming your live podcast to it. Jason still does this every day, I think. But yeah, I'd love to see, reviewers. You should get a podcast app like Outcast and do some speed tests, right? Do some, how fast can you download this? I've seen some podcasts mixed in WAV for some reason. Like, I go and like, why is this a 2 gigabyte file? Do that. Download that 2 gigabyte podcast file and do a speed test comparison. Yeah.
I wonder if you could send yourself or have someone send you a link to
iMessage
one of those sites.
Yeah.
Because then it'll open the web browser, and then you could, in theory, just do the speed test.
You should send me an iMessage just to see right now if that would work.
Finally.
But yeah, the 5G is really cool. Hypertension. So there have been rumors for a while now that blood pressure monitoring would be added in some capacity. And just like sleep apnea, who people thought, you need new sensors for that, or you need the blood oxygen sensors for that. Apple did a different way. Let's not use blood oxygen because that's messy. Same thing for hypertension. They're using the heart rate monitor, the green LEDs, to figure out if there's signs of hypertension. And they're using new algorithms for this, and it dates back all the way to the Series 9 and Ultra 2. So if you have any watch in the last 3 years, I believe, you'll get this feature of hypertension. And I guess it monitors you over like course of a month or something, so it's not like a live test, but just kind of looks at trends. I think it does this a lot when sleeping, is my guess. So it is kind of, I've been holding off upgrading my Series 9 watch that I go to bed with and use for more fashionable occasions because it's removing the Toy Story watch face, which my daughter loves that watch face. But do I do the responsible thing and update my Series 9 so I have the hypertension monitoring when I'm sleeping? I probably should, but that Toy Story watch face is a bummer to lose. And from the live chat, the hypertension will just be included in, I believe, the health app in your iPhone. It'll monitor your vitals as you're sleeping and throughout the day. And that data will be available in the health app on the iPhone, is my understanding. And you'll probably get a notification if something goes wrong on the watch itself, is my understanding of how that'll work.
Also still pending approval, FDA approval.
That's right.
We won't see it necessarily on Monday.
Yeah. Now, it's funny, with the Ultra 3, I have an Ultra 2 and Series 9 or whatever. The other reason I'm kind of not super wanting to upgrade this year, outside of them being, from what I have, it's not a super huge thing. But the blood oxygen, I still got the best version in the States. Like, they still don't, in a couple of years, I'll get the full version back again on the series, the Ultra 5 or whatever.
That's fair. Yeah.
It's still the use your iPhone to see what it actually is. And it was interesting. The video opening this was like the collapsed lung used the blood oxygen as part of the data. It's like, yeah. More older watch owner.
They're really getting some mileage out of that heart rate sensor, man. They're really just like,
hypertension. It's wild they can do this. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see the reviews, obviously. It could be like the blood oxygen, which, is good that it's there in some capacity, but it's always in my mind been kind of like, well, it's accurate-ish, sort of type of thing.
Yeah, I think it's closer to the sleep apnea thing in my mind. It's like we're looking at stuff over the course of a month and we'll let you know kind of thing versus blood oxygen, which is like a one-time thing, at least if you just take a measurement where
Yeah.
it's kind of inconsistent. But if you look at more broad term trends, so hopefully it's more, I think it, yeah, I think it, they said 1 million people will probably get alerted, which, oh boy, do I, do I want to know? Yes, I do, but yeah, you know, not
Yeah.
really. Yeah, same thing. Um, and yeah, it's the same colors from what I can tell. Just the bands are different, right? This year with the Series 11.
That is my understanding. I didn't see any other big design improvements or anything this time around,
Okay.
which is fine. The Series 10 was a decent upgrade, so
Yeah. No,
same
for
design
sure.
is good.
Oh, we got new watch faces. We should talk about those probably now.
Yeah.
I've got them installed on my Ultra here, and they're cool. They held out during the betas, but there's some cool ones. So Flow is your traditional one where it's traditional Apple one where it's like, oh, this is just a beautiful one where stuff's like flowing behind your watch face and got some blobs of color. The coolest one is the one I sent you a video of. It's
Yeah.
called Exactograph. And there's different versions of this. The coolest one is the one where you get no complications, but you get this triangle type thing where let's see how we can do this. You have the second hand, or you have the seconds. This is not working. But anyways, you have these basically tapes, these like lines that's just pulling, and you have the seconds that's steadily going, and then you have the minutes and all and the hour underneath it. Watch a video of it somewhere, but it's just a very delightful kind of thing. And I forget, do you remember the explanation for this one? Is this based on a real world thing?
I am not 100%. I was kind of in and out with some work stuff during the watch section, so I'm not
Okay.
sure. I have to go back and watch.
And it's fun. If you tap on the watch screen, you can change where the little
Yeah.
things go. It kind of does a zoom in to like, let's zoom into this seconds line to make it bigger in the minutes and stuff. It's just a fun watch face. If you don't need any data, it's just a fun one to have on there. And then I was delighted to see that we did get a new Ultra watch face this year. It's called the Waypoint watch face, and it does the night mode thing like all the other ones. And what it does is you have your waypoints on the actual watch face, and this includes stuff that you've like pinned in your maps, so you can edit in the watch face the different groups that you want to have included. So you have pinned stuff, you have places and routes. You have your map guides of my places and any places that you put in there. There's suggestions from the Maps app of trailheads, beaches, and your parked car. And you can toggle on and off which ones you want to show up in here. And you can set, hey, let's have your, if you're going hiking, you can have your like tent, wherever it is, as your thing it's tracking mostly. It's an interesting watch face. It's got a compass built in. It's got the different icons for all the places, the waypoints and stuff. I think it's a watch face that I'd probably only use when I'm hiking, though. Cause it's cool. It's like, oh, it'd be interesting. It's like, oh, where's home in relation to where I'm standing right now? It's like, it's interesting. Right. But yeah, it's kind of building onto the whole waypoint system of the Apple Watch with the action button too. You can add a waypoint and all that good stuff. So it's neat, but probably not one I'll use daily. But again, I'm glad to see the Ultra getting yet another face because on the Ultra, I tend to just pretty much just use the Ultra faces because they're so much better than the other ones.
Yeah, that's the only thing that every so often will tempt me towards an Ultra. Some of those exclusive watch faces, they do look pretty nice.
Yeah.
I still remain steadfast on the standard Apple Watch because I have small wrists and I don't want this. I feel like I would look ridiculous with an Ultra.
You
personally.
you also do not need the crazy battery life that I stress my.
This is also true. Yes.
So yeah, you did send me the speed test,
Hmm.
and I'm loading it up now. Does it just automatically run when you load this
This
website?
one should automatically run.
Yeah, it's running 1 megabit. It says right now. So this one just automatically runs. So yeah, 920 kilobits. So yeah, this would work. That would be a way to test the speeds. That's cool. Um,
Yeah.
and then yeah, so those are the new watch faces. They redesigned the face gallery finally. This is not really in the betas to my memory. But let's jump to the SE3. So the
Yes.
SE3,
Yes.
I'm very excited about this update. I'm never going to buy an SE3, but I'm so pleased that we finally have every Apple Watch for sale with an always-on display. This
Yes.
is one of the coolest, the best things they did to the Apple Watch back in the Series 5. They had the always-on display, and every year I'm like, improve the always-on display, make this thing better and better, and we finally have ticking seconds hands on the newer watches and all that. But we finally have always on display on the baseline SE3 for 250. Is that what they're priced at now?
250.
That's good. Yeah, this
Hmm.
is a great intro beginner watch if you don't want to shell a lot of money for a watch.
So what's unclear to me is, like you said, they've made some improvements to the always on
Yeah,
display.
how bright is he always on? Like, what generation is this comparable
Right.
to?
Yeah, it could easily just be the first generation, which honestly would be fine to me, for me. But I just want the display to be on. Like that's obviously, it's a watch. That's like step zero, right? So anything is better than nothing here. But I am a little curious what
Yeah,
gen.
seems like it gets 5G. But yeah, I've always wanted, like, when I'm outside, I want that always on display, be even very bright. Like, just let
Yeah.
me run through my battery if I want to. Does have 5G, it appears. It's got the latest chip, is that right?
S10. Yep.
Yeah, but it doesn't do the heart rate hypertension, which has me puzzled because it's an algorithm that runs on the other S10 chips. That
Yeah.
just seems like artificial, right? The sensor is the heart rate sensor worse on this one?
I would probably say maybe not as good,
There's no
but I don't think
ECG
so
app, so they
worse.
continue to not have the ECG.
It's
There's
interesting.
no blood oxygen either.
Yeah.
That's fine, I guess.
It's one of those things, right? It's weird. With the watch,
It,
I see this a lot, especially where
mhm.
it's like people complain, like if they artificially limit features, people complain. But then when they bring features to everything, it's like, oh, well, what's special about the new one? Like that's kind of,
Yep.
we just
Now
can't decide what we want.
it does sleep apnea, so it will
Okay.
do that. Um, yeah, I also forgot to mention the fast charging. It got even faster with the with the Ultra 3 and I believe the Series 11. Instead of an hour, it's 45 minutes to get to that same 80% or whatever.
Hmm.
So even though the battery's bigger, or lasts longer, I should say, maybe it's got to be a bigger battery, right? Did they explain that?
I would think so. I don't think
Because
they
it's the
said.
same chip.
Hmm.
Yeah. So even though it's a bigger battery, it gets to 80% 15 minutes faster, which is cool. So that's nifty.
Yeah,
In
I
the
think
Series 11, I think the SE3 still does the traditional fast charging. And it's still 18 hours for battery life and all that good stuff. So,
we
yeah,
were
solid
actually
watch. Yeah.
talking about this at work just in general about battery life, and the fast charge comes in clutch because for me, it's like, end of the night, I'm getting ready for bed, pop it on the charger. Get up in the morning, get ready for work, pop it on the charger. And then it's like, I'm kind of good from there. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fast charging is amazing. I mean, I don't, as a dual watch, as a day watch and night watch person, I don't
mhm.
really need it because I just take off my Ultra and put on my Series 9. I can slow charge. But yeah, when I was a watch person, I was fast charging at lunchtime to try to keep up for the day, and just like I had an Apple Watch charger with me and all that. And yeah, fast charging is just so great for most people. Where yeah, you throw it on when you're showering or whatnot, or just before
Yeah.
bed, getting ready, and it's enough. Yeah. And then yeah. I think that's it on the SE3. Solid update. It'll
Amazing,
last many more
amazing
years.
update,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that's. I would not hesitate to recommend this to pretty much anyone, unless you're an athlete or like a nerd about this stuff. Like this is
We
just
we still can't get to the 199 price point.
no, but
250 is pretty good though.
250, all things considered, I'm not. And to your point earlier, it'll go on sale probably sooner, I would think, than some of the others.
Oh,
So.
you can play media out of the speakers now, which is cool. I do that occasionally on my Ultra 2s,
Okay.
and it's here as well, so that's cool.
Amazing update for the SE.
Yeah, do you use that much in your Series 10? The speaker
No, not on
Okay.
purpose.
thing?
Not
Did
on-
you initially just to see how it was?
I tried it out, and I think I've done it once or twice by accident. But
Yeah.
I'm good with my AirPods, man. I don't.
Yeah. I like at times I enjoy that, but
What I do want to try though, this isn't a watch feature. It's that WatchOS 26 feature about like it sensing your ambient sound settings, and like if you leave your sound on, it'll turn down the volume on your alerts. I'm curious about that.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I need to play around with that more, for sure.
Like most people, I have my watch silent, but like I do like the sounds. I think they're good sounds, but it's just
You don't want to be that guy. Yeah.
exactly. So I am gonna try that out when I update and see how annoying it is.
Yeah. Now the Ultra 3 got an update this year, not just black, but we got stuff.
Yes,
We got the big thing is, of course, the Series 10 display technology, which lets you have a better off-axis viewing. But the big thing is every second can update on the always-on display, which is what I've been wanting since Series 5. Is let me see that second-hand move, and now can do it. My big question is, did Apple take the time to update the 3 other Ultra faces? There's only like 3 of them. Did they actually update them to update every second? Or will we have to wait till WatchOS 27 for Apple's team to actually update the watch face? The 3 of them that exist for the Ultra. Do you have a prediction on that one?
I do, and it's not very positive.
Yeah, like their track record is not high with this.
Yeah.
They did the work. They did the work this past year. That update all the other faces on the series watches. So I'm curious if they took the time, knowing what was coming, to do the same for the Ultra. We'll see.
We will see. But a lot of other cool stuff on the Ultra, right?
Yeah. The battery, as we mentioned, 8 more hours. So that's solid. Satellite connectivity. That's cool. Oh, the cooler thing. They mentioned not just satellite connectivity, but they re-engineered like all the antennas for much better reception, which it sounded like cellular connection might be a part of that. Where like they just made this thing a beast as far as like you're going to get a signal much better in more places than you did before. I'm curious how that plays out, because that could be huge, because like the Apple Watch, historically, it's got a lower powered antenna, cellular radios in it. So I'm curious if this re-engineering will help compensate for that, and how it compares to with the Series 11. If you bring a Series 11 and an Ultra 3, same place, and you find a place that the Series 11 really doesn't do well with cell signal, I'm curious how the Ultra 3 would do in comparison. I think that would be an interesting thing to test out.
That would be the thing for me where I have the only connectivities I have with the Apple Watch are really, and this has been a problem the entire life of the product, is just that handoff from connecting to your phone and then going standalone cellular. Like
It's so bad. Especially the worst is like audio, where it's like I want to be playing something from my watch.
yeah,
And unless you're using an app like Pocket Casts, or where it's like you're telling it specifically what you want to do. If you're trying to use like Apple Music or like the podcast, it's just a mess with that stuff. And the handoff, the transition's slow, and it doesn't want to use its own radios. It want to use the iPhone over Bluetooth. So yeah,
so
I want them to fix that badly one of these days.
I listened to Upgrade last week, and they were joking about the satellite stuff on the watch, the implementation, how it's like I've fallen, but like hopefully my wrist is in the right position for me to hold up sad. So I'm wondering if the antenna improvements are to hopefully facilitate a better connection in those scenarios. So it's not
Yeah.
because
Now,
on the phone, right? You have to hold it up like
yeah, I imagine you'll have to do something like that. But
right.
interesting fine point. Satellite connectivity obviously is sending data over the satellite. They're limiting this usage to only if your Apple Watch has an active cellular plan.
Hmm.
Why? I don't know. Are the cell providers like paying anything in this? Like it's so bizarre. So like, oh, I forgot I didn't activate my cellular plan. I'm stuck
Right.
in this
I
mountain.
know. Yeah.
You can't be rescued because you don't have a cell plan.
That is
What's that
strange.
about?
That is a little strange. Yeah,
There's
I
no
mean,
cellular
that could be the case with the
usage.
phone too, though, right? Like, we just don't know. I mean, like,
Like no one hasn't. I mean, yeah,
right.
I should try that. Get an unactive. Yeah, when you get your, assuming you upgrade, you should try your satellite connectivity in your deactivated iPhone. See if it works.
Yeah, I will try to remember to do that. Or yeah. Once I upgrade, I'll just take this other one and yeah, see if it works.
Maybe the rationale is if you don't have an active cellular plan, you're constantly, when you're out of the house, going to be using satellite to communicate because you don't have a cell connection. And Apple doesn't want you using satellite for every iMessage you send from your watch. You can see people doing that, right? Where they're just like, I'm going for a walk without my phone. I would just satellite message everything. And if you have an active cell connection plan, then it won't do that. It'll use the cell connection until you're actually in the middle of nowhere. That's my current theory now that I'm talking through this.
I do wonder. I mean, it's possible, but I don't. The Apple Watch, can text, it can make calls, but that's definitely not a primary use case. So I
Oh, it is
feel
for
like
me. At work, I'm constantly using my phone, dictating, just like doing that all constantly. Yeah.
I don't know how much of a drain that would be on the satellite network, so to speak, for
Well,
most.
you'd have the abusers. Like,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just I'm just gonna do this because I can. Um, but yeah, the battery got better. It's got 5G, and again, we'll test. I'd love for people to test that better. Yeah, is that basically it for the Ultra? I think.
I think so. I mean, I think it's obviously a lot of the Ultra people were
I mean,
disappointed last year with what
yeah.
came out, so this is definitely a step in the right direction.
Oh, and there is if you okay, so as far as blood pressure, if you receive a hypertension notification and access to a blood pressure cuff, you can track your blood pressure in the health app on the iPhone to create a report, which will lead to more meaningful conversations with the healthcare provider. So there's no like that built in, but yeah, they do recommend that as well for hypertension stuff. But yeah, I mean, not a lot of improvements this year with the Ultra, but the ones that are there are meaningful, like that display improvement and the battery life
Battery
are
life for
just
sure.
huge. Those two alone are huge, and the connectivity, it's welcome additions, for sure.
Is that enough to tempt you to upgrade?
No. I have my Ultra 2. It's got the better blood oxygen sensing. No. I think I say it now. Who knows what could happen, but
Sure. You could be a 3-watch person.
No, that won't happen. No. They're too similar, but I so want that every updating second Sam. Like that's one of the biggest pet peeves of my Ultra. But yeah, I wonder. It seems like every 2 years we'll get an update on this thing, so I could ride this out for another 2 years and then get the update then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're set with your Series 10. That's a solid watch.
Absolutely, still love it. Still love it.
Yeah.
It does everything I need.
So, we're 45 minutes in. Let's get to iPhones. Right?
Yes.
To most people, this is the most exciting part of the announcements, but to me, Apple Watch and AirPods are more exciting than the iPhone for me,
That's
honestly.
fair.
Because
That's
like
fair.
the iPhones are more of a known quantity, and the Apple Watches and the AirPods are like more not quite certain what they are. So, I. But with that said, iPhones
Mhm.
solid upgrades this year. 17
Yes.
is a solid little phone there. The screen, they're getting so good with these screens. So all the iPhones, do they all have identical screens now?
I don't think they're identical,
Okay, you have to
but
look that up. But yeah, they always on display for the basic iPhone now.
yes. And I mean, I don't know what I feel like every review I ever watch or read is like, why is this thing so 60 hertz? It's back in the Stone Age. It's just like I don't know what's left to complain about on this thing because like that was the single biggest drawback um, to the base iPhone, and now it's resolved, and now it's like this is such a good recommendation of a phone now
Yeah,
for
they
what
all have
most
the
people do.
same, all the same pixel density, all of the same performance. Yeah, they all have 3,000 peak nits for outdoor. One nit. As far as I can tell, these screens might be identical across the pros and the regulars now.
Someone
Promotion.
on social media claimed that the one of them doesn't do
Color
the 1
gamuts?
hertz, like
Oh,
goes
it
to 10
does. Yeah,
hertz.
it
It does.
does.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, it's always on display, right? Which
Yes,
would be
always on.
required for 1 hertz
Hmm.
from Apple's point of view.
Which I was honestly only expecting ProMotion and not always on. So that was a surprise.
Yeah, that's nice because that was like a pro feature for a while there. The colors, it's weird. The pro colors are the best colors this year. They have solid, deep, bold colors. Two of them. We'll talk about it, but
I
yeah,
didn't. Yeah. When we get to the Pro, that's interesting. I didn't expect to like those colors as much as I did, but this year, I mean, the colors are like okay, but they've done better. The past two generations of colors were better, more vibrant. I feel like
for
on
the
the
17, the
for the
baseline. You mean?
yeah for the baseline. Yeah. The
The
15 especially, I
green
remember being
is what I
good.
would go with if I was getting this thing.
I honestly would go black, and I don't go black anymore, but like
Okay.
the rest of these colors just aren't speaking to me, unlike previous years. Um, but yeah, like I love that they finally did this with the better display. I'm waiting for them to talk about. They always talk about, excuse me, the improved ceramic shield and how much more durable it is, and
Is Ceramic Shield 2 new this year?
I think it is. It's
Okay.
first I've heard about it, but
Yeah, 3x better scratch resistance. So this is new,
so
which is
this will be
good.
interesting because like I want to hear them say the word micro scratch. Like tell me this because that's what I care about. Like I never want to use a screen protector again, and I only use one because of micro scratches.
Mm.
And that
The
annoys the
keys.
yeah, just whatever. Just the rest is good, but like if we could ever just like make a marked improvement on that, that would be wonderful.
Yeah. Now, the front-facing camera, selfie cam, center stage. I think this is pretty great on the phone. They mentioned you can hold it vertically and still get a good wide shot, which is how often do I nearly drop my phone because I'm holding it sideways trying to get a better selfie? I mean, often. So that's nifty. And it should, like center stage does, if you're taking your photo, just pan out appropriately so you have all the people in the shot and you don't need to play with around the zoom and holding the phone a certain distance and all that. So I think that should be great, and that's in the pros as well.
Yeah, it's because the sensor now is square, is my understanding. Like it's a
Yeah,
square sensor that enables all of this. This and plus, obviously, their machine learning algorithms. But um,
it's 18 megapixel for the center
up,
stage front camera. Is the
yep.
iPad 12? Is
iPad is
that
still
right?
12. Yes.
So this is a better center stage camera than any other iPad. It's the
Yes.
best center stage. This is the best center stage camera they've made.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, this should be in the iPad Pro M5, right? Is there a world where the M5 iPad Pro does not get this better front-facing camera?
Yeah, there is.
There is, sadly.
I want them to, obviously. I mean, you would think at some point, economies of scale, it's like, well, we might as well just throw it in there, right? Like,
Yeah,
we're buying 1 million.
because
It's
that
just a
is
lot
the
of phones.
resolution that center stage is lacking for sure, especially on the iMac scale when they put it in there.
And I guess, iPads are obviously used for a lot of video calls. So maybe I'm talking myself into maybe they will do it, with the M5, like give us this camera. Because I guess, they stopped upgrading the back cameras, and that's been okay, depending on how you look at it. So I
Yeah,
feel like it would make too much sense for them to do it that they won't for some reason with the M5. Like I hope they do, but I'm concerned they won't.
yeah.
For sure.
Now, something cool is they mentioned this year if you're getting an eSIM only iPhone, which is us in America, they're actually filling that space with battery. In the past, I believe that was just empty space they didn't
It
do anything
was.
with.
Yeah, so
Which that's so cool. I'm glad they're like having a special version for I guess with them you forced to manufacture their phones in a different country now that all these American iPhones that were can't make in China anymore, let's make them better. Is that is
it's
that a
kind of,
possible side effect of the whole situation?
I don't know. It's just something about that whole animation they had of like, look, we put more battery in here. It's like, I don't know. It was interesting. Like, you guys really want an eSIM phone? Like, you've been holding out. Like, come on, guys, let's do it.
Yeah.
I my problem. I don't have a problem with eSIM really, but like when I got my 15 Pro, it was kind of a pain to get set up. I wish it frustrates me that the eSIM switching process, at least when I've tried it, is not as seamless as just switching a SIM card.
I have
Because
the complete opposite experience.
really,
It was just 2 seconds for me, and I also was able to do it when I was in Italy to just very quickly just load up some data. Like for me, it's been great, but I understand not every carrier's made the same.
because for me, I'm gonna out myself here as a not very smart person. Say hypothetically, there's a future where this thin phone exists and maybe also a folding phone exists, and a person were to buy both and wanted to switch between them. I don't feel like that's particularly easy
They
to
might get
to
angry at you for switching eSIMs every day. I don't
exactly.
know. You could test that. How many times can you swatch?
I used to
It might not be a problem. I remember your brother said about I used to swap SIM cards between my
yeah,
HP Veer
mhm,
and my iPhone back in the day for
yeah,
my
I used to
pre
do that on
three
weekends,
and yeah.
I kinda wish I could go back to that, but yeah, I feel like it's not as seamless, so, well, hopefully this time it'll be easier, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Now, oh, oh, that's interesting. I was going to get in anything else in the 17 baseline. The camera is 48 megapixel, all the good stuff. It's got a macro lens, I believe, the ultra wide. Does it?
Um,
I think right. It does, right?
yeah, I think pretty sure it did.
Okay. Yeah.
For the customer who likes this phone, man, who buys the base iPhone or buys it for someone,
Solid.
it's
Yeah.
a very, you know, I hope to see more people buying this phone. I've seen a couple people on social media like, "Oh, I don't need a Pro anymore. Like, I can save some money." It's like, yes, please.
Yeah, you totally
Oh,
can. The only thing it's missing is the third camera, and yeah, even the dual cameras are both 48 megapixels. So you
right?
get a 48 megapixel ultra wide, which I'm really curious what was the ultra wide last year
I
in
think it
the
was 12. I feel like
let me
or at one
compare this
point it was
here.
12, or it's been 12 for a while. I remember someone
16
complaining about that.
Pro. What was it? 48 Fusion main, 48. It was 48 ultra wide
Okay.
before. So that's no improvement there. I was like, oh, maybe spatial video capture will look even better, but it sounds like maybe not. So we'll have to see people test that.
I think is the fast charge faster
I
in this phone
believe
as well?
so.
I thought I caught that, which is yeah, I mean, just so I don't know. I again, if I were a different
Yeah,
person,
it's 25 watts with the
Okay.
30-watt adapter. So yeah, that is faster. It was 22 watts with the 16 Pro, so it is faster than last year's Pro phone.
I don't know this. I love that they're making this phone. I mean, it's still expensive, right? It's still $800, so it's not cheap. But like, it doesn't feel like a
Yeah, like
compromise anymore.
is the only thing you're missing the zoom lens? Is like that basically it in different colors?
I mean,
Ceramic shield back isn't there? Like it's kind of like
you
it's
could
so close.
USB port, you
USB
know,
faster USB port up to
if
two
you care
terabytes of
about that.
storage on the Pro Max.
You probably I don't know if you can do the
The Pro
Pro.
chip, the chip's
Yeah.
different,
Yeah.
which like it seems very like it seems very close. The A19 and the A19 Pro chip. I need to hear their explanation again. But you look at the specs; they're both 6-core CPUs. If you do the bin chip, the A19 Pro with the Air phone, that's a 5-core GPU with neural accelerators, same as the A19 chip.
Yeah.
Like it's they're so similar as far as just the specs, but yeah, maybe there's more to it than that.
I don't know. I would have no problem with this for my next phone. I mean, it's
Yeah, they
not
both
going to
have
be.
dual capture, so you can capture from two cameras at once, which is cool. I wonder if there's a new interface in the camera app to do two video recordings at the same time from both cameras,
I feel like
or if
there would
that's
have to
just
be.
yeah,
Like,
or if that's just a developer feature for third-party apps. But
I
hopefully
hope
not.
not. They did
Yeah,
that
it
with
should be built in, right?
Yeah, they did that with the iPad when they added support for recording ProRes, and it's like, but it's just an API. Someone else has to implement it. It was kind of weird, but yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully it's just in the camera app, the new redesigned camera app.
but yeah, uh, it's funny because I was looking at the Pro phones. Like, I don't think I'm upgrading this year, but like as I compare these two, it seems so silly to get a Pro phone this year. Because the baseline iPhone was so good.
It is
But
really, really good.
yeah, man, so good. Okay, um, let's do the Pro then the Air, right? Let's do a little backwards from what Apple did.
Let's do it.
So the Pro phone, I mean, the big story this year is they found their what's the word for color? They got color. It's
Yeah,
dense. It's bold.
they found their religion in terms of color on the Pro, and yeah, I
There's no black as well.
there's no black,
That'll annoy a lot of people. But the
but that
dark blue would
orange,
the deep blue would do it. Yeah.
I
It's
I
such a
don't know.
good orange, right?
It
It's
is.
like
It is.
yeah.
Like it is a tiny bit tempting. Like it's a lot for me, but it's
What color
beautiful.
would you get with the Air if you got an Air?
I'm boring. I always go white. Like
I
something
mean,
it's
I'm looking at the different colors here. The white might be the way to go with the Air, quite honestly. Either that or the gold, but yeah, I think the white looks. It's the Air, you know. It's
the
the
white
cloud.
phones,
The cloud.
they look clean to
Yeah.
me. That's why I always kind of go with them.
Okay,
But
but that orange is solid. And then the one big thing they did this year, well, they redesigned it to be an aluminum unibody. So this is like the first unibody iPhone. If is that accurate to say? I think so.
yeah, I don't think they've ever made that claim on an iPhone before, so I'm gonna go with yes.
Yeah. So they finally did the thing they did with the MacBook back in 2014, 15, something like that.
Oh boy.
What was the first? Oh, I guess the MacBook Air was one of the first unibody things they did.
Steve Jobs was still alive, so when
Okay,
they
it
did
might have
that,
been back with the 2010,
it was like 28,
2009,
28, yeah. I think so.
2008 maybe. Yeah, but anyways, so they finally have that for the phone, which I guess it's helping it get lighter. Is that accurate? Is this phone actually at all lighter?
That was one of the benefits they said,
Okay.
is that it should be lighter. Um, I know I've seen some people on forums like, oh, how are they going to go back to
Well,
aluminum after making this big deal about titanium? And it's like,
it is
they're just
funny.
going to do it.
My 15 Pro Max is lighter than the 17 Pro Max by a substantial amount. Not substantial, but half a ounce or so. It is lighter than the 14 Pro Max. So, um, yeah, but yeah, it's aluminum and it's a cool unibody kind of design here. And then they changed up the telephoto. So it's not a 5x anymore. It's a 4x that can also go to 8x, if I understand this correct. Yeah, it's a 4 that can also go to 8. Which I'm not sure
Interesting.
how I feel about that. I
Yeah, it's
think
gonna
that's
get picked
good.
apart.
Because yeah, it's a better. I guess they figured it out because like it's probably 4x by default, then goes to 8, versus the 5 is just 5 and that's all it does.
I will admit, as someone, even as someone who uses my iPhone as my camera for my YouTube stuff, the camera stuff, I am a basic camera user. Like I want it to just, I want to point, hit record, and it works. And like the nitty gritty doesn't get to me as
Yeah,
much.
I think the way they do this is it's 48 megapixels on the ultra wide or the zoom, the telephoto lens now. So they now have the resolution to be able to do that extra double zoom versus my 15 Pro Max. It's a 12 megapixel sensor, I think. So these things could look really good, especially at 4x, I'd say, and hopefully, the 8x as well.
I think there was, and I think it was Mark Gurman was saying that one of their goals with the Pro phones is to try to get more content creators to go iPhone and not use dedicated cameras. So
The 2 terabytes will help with that too with the Pro
yeah,
Max.
from that perspective, like part of me is like, well, maybe I should just get a 17 Pro. But
Would you get a 2 terabyte Pro Max?
no,
The
no,
$2,000 phone?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. An iPad, sure, but like a phone, no, I don't. I would just
No.
buy a camera, a
Yeah, right.
standalone camera, which
I
I
mean, you
may
can do
do.
you can do the external SSD thing, I guess. But yeah, the onboard storage, that's cool that they offer that at least.
I will say on the design, we've been seeing mock-ups for a while of this, this area, the ceramic shield, I guess, area underneath the camera. We have a name for it now. It's the camera. God,
Plateau?
plateau. Thank you. The camera plateau. Um,
This
and-
looks like a hot phone. I like the
yeah.
little. It looks like a like an Apple credit card almost, like underneath it. It's kind of like
Yeah.
that.
It's as usual. That reality looks better than the mock-ups people did, and like, I am not mad at this design.
Now
It's
that design is dying for a MagSafe battery pack to just pop right on the back there.
it really is.
But alas, you can only do that with the Air, as we'll talk about in a little bit. We got that orange looks great. But yeah, outside of the camera system,
We have
I'm not sure what else is going on with this thing.
the vapor chamber.
Oh yeah, so cooling will be better if you do gaming or
Yeah,
using it. I mean, my 15, I've got the worst cooling of any iPhone. I got the 15 Pro. This thing,
yeah.
I leave it in my car for 2 minutes. I come back, I can't use it until I put it under the AC.
Yeah, but it's interesting to see them tackling that, and you know, I am I'm happy, even though I'm jumping off the Pro phones this year. Like, I feel like we're in the best spot we've ever been on the iPhone lineup because they're making. It feels like they're finally making an iPhone for a lot of different people. Like for those of us who want something really slim, we have an option. But
Mm-hmm.
if you are one of those people who said no, give me all the battery life in the world, you got an option too. Like they're serving multiple audiences finally instead of like one or the other, and it's really exciting.
Yeah, and the battery is better. I'm not sure how much better, but they claim it's better.
It's I think they said the best battery life of an iPhone in the 17 Pro Max, which I think was previously like the 16 Plus, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So they keep
And
ratcheting that up.
I believe recording at 4K 120 frames in Dolby Vision is new.
Okay.
So if you're looking to do that, I believe that's a new format that is now available. Oh wait, I'm looking at this now. That was available in the 16 Pro Max. Why did they list this stuff on their advertisement if it's already been available?
Because not everyone, like some of us pay attention to this every year, but a lot of people only look when they want to upgrade, and so
Yep,
it's new to them.
new to them. The
And
dual capture is 4K at 30 frames a second as the maximum, which is fine.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
So that's the Pro
faster.
phone.
Yeah, it got all the same benefits obviously as the 17. So faster charging and all
Center
that good.
stage.
Center stage camera. Really just I wish I wish I were a mobile gamer. If I were a mobile gamer, I'd probably already be on the Pro Max. But for those
Yeah.
people who love playing games on their phones, like this is going to be. I hope this cooling works as well as it seems like it should.
I mean, just buy a Switch, guys. What are you doing?
Yes,
I'll be that person. Yeah,
you can be that
Switch. Just get a Switch.
I mean, on some, I'm always a little tempted whenever I go in the Apple Store and see the Pro Max and see that giant screen. I'm like, there is a moment of like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, but
that's
you want a
fine.
real controller. You don't want to be like swiping. Come on, I mean. Get a
Yeah.
then you get a backbone. You got to carry that around. You might as well just carry a Switch Lite or something with you. I'm sort of trolling, but not really.
No, it's fine. It's I just for those who are into that, like you have a really solid option.
You do.
If you're upgrading from those, if you're like us and have the iPhone 15, which heats
that thing
up.
overheats if you look at it.
Yeah,
I tried running. I got Death Stranding. I got the other ones. That's one way to heat that sucker up. Yeah, very quickly. I've definitely tried it. That thing gets hot. It gets like painfully hot sometimes. I run a game on that thing, the big AAA games.
I believe it.
So you touch the frame, it's like, ooh, because I don't have a case, which should help with cooling, but then you feel how hot it is. So the vapor chamber, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So the Air, this iPhone Air, it's not the 17 Air, which implies to me this will be like the SE and might get upgraded every couple years.
I'm okay with that.
Which is fine. Now, the big compromise for the Air, for me, is it's got one camera. You couldn't have fit the ultra wide in this sucker. Because I really love that ultra wide camera. There's a lot of utility in that. I have a daughter, and I like taking spatial video to, have those for the Apple Vision Pro. They're pretty magical in there. I like macro photography. That's a lot of fun. You can't do that with the Air.
You cannot.
It's got a really great single camera system, a fusion system. But man, that's the one thing that's it's missing, and I'm worried that the foldable phone will be the same story where we can't fit the two cameras, that we're gonna just do this one camera thing, and that's a bummer because like these are exciting phones, but I really want 3D video capture.
That's a fair concern. And yeah, it does seem like we're heading down the train of this being the camera for the iPhone Fold. So
yeah, now it's perhaps next year we get an iOS feature that does the spatial conversion like we have for photos, where or just in the Vision Pro. In the Vision Pro, you can hit a button and it turns into a 3D thing, and that works quite nicely. So that would be the solve, I would probably say, long term, if they want to go down this road.
It is. Sorry, but ultimately, for that customer, they have a different phone for you.
They do. They have two different phones, both the 17 and the 17 Pro.
Yes, this is. I've been waiting for this. I probably mentioned this. So, as someone who grew up with a PC tower, a big hot beige PC tower that would heat up my room, and like I have to have a fan going all year long. I'm drawn to thin and light, and preferably fanless. So this speaks to me, and like I'm all over this. Like this is an iPhone for me. It's been the first time that's been true for like years. There are compromises, like you said, the single camera, single speaker, slower USB port, but that's fine. Those are all things I can live with for my life. It is worth it it's just it's an impressive feat of engineering, when you can make something that thin but have it still be useful. It's not like hobbled. It's like they put a pro chip.
Yes, the pro chip, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a legitimately useful and usable phone. Now, will that pro chip be throttled compared to the Pro Max. Sure, probably. That's
Does this
fine.
get the vapor chamber too?
I let
Do you
me.
remember? Yeah.
I don't remember. I only remember that from the Pro section. It wouldn't surprise me if it did, but I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Okay.
But the point, but I guess it doesn't matter if it gets throttled in my mind because phones have been like computers. Phones have been fast enough for a while, so like that you're not getting the top end performance is in my mind okay because like it's still going to do everything that I need a phone to do. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited about this, like ridiculously.
Now I have the iPhone 6 on Mac Tracker pulled up here.
Okay.
I just wanted to take a look here. So, from a weight perspective, of course, the iPhone 6, a clear winner here
Mm-hmm.
at 4.55 ounces versus 5.82 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
We want to look at thickness, though, right? That's the
Yeah.
important one.
Yes.
The iPhone 6 was 0.27 inches steep. The iPhone Air, 0.22.
There we go.
So, and we all remember the iPhone 6, how thin and bendable that sucker was.
We do. I
The
think
6 Plus, especially, yeah.
the word bending is somewhere on this page, or bend.
They mentioned it in the presentation. Like, we have very stringent. They don't want Ben Gate 2 to happen with this.
Now, is that
someone's clearly going to do it?
Exactly. Some YouTubers, a bunch of them, will
They're
buy
going
this
to
phone.
apply a bunch of force in an unnatural situation.
Yep.
What you need is a YouTuber that's maybe a bodybuilder, perhaps someone that's dense with all sorts of muscles to sit on his back pocket with the phone and see what happens then. That's a more real world use case.
Mm-hmm.
That's the test you really need to do.
If there is the one negative I have for this phone that I guess would affect me is just as a primarily an iPad user, like I like smaller phones, personally.
There's no mini. I would like an iPhone
mini.
Air Mini, right?
Like I go back to that 5.8 inch size of the iPhone 10. It's like I think that in an Air would be perfect. That was a wonderful size phone. So this is a little bit bigger than I'd like.
Yeah, it's halfway between the Pro Max and the Pro. The 6, well, not halfway, but it's closer to the Pro. 6.5 versus 6.3.
Mm-hmm. So it'll be all right. But we also have a couple new chips in this phone. Probably I think all the phone. Well, okay. I think this is the only one that gets the C1X.
Yes, I believe that's right. Where they're building their own Wi-Fi and Bluetooth now, and I'm curious what that performance will be like. It could be cool.
I feel like such a fanboy about this. It's like, what's the performance? I don't care. It's thin. Oh, it's the bend? How's it gonna bend? I don't care. It's thin. Like I just like it's thin. It's
the shiny. It's the return of the shiny with the frame, which I love. That shiny frame.
Mm-hmm.
Is that titanium? The frame? That's what they're doing there, right?
They said titanium. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the C1X.
Which is interesting because the titanium on the iPhone 15s was like a brushed titanium. So this is the first shiny titanium from them.
The watch.
That's
the titanium
also brushed.
watches.
They're brushed though.
Shiny thing.
Oh wait, I'm talking about the Ultra. But yeah, you're right. The series watches, that was their first time where they did the shiny titanium there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How's that holding up scratch wise? You have a titanium Series 10?
I do. I haven't noticed anything, so that's a good sign. So
that's a good sign, yeah. Because on my stainless steel, that thing scratched even without me doing really anything with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got the C1X, we got the N1 with the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi 7 support, and then but we still have the USB 2.0 port, which is fine for me. I don't care, but
yeah, I mean most times you're not really using that for data transfer. We're not syncing iPods anymore.
Every now and again,
sometimes you offload video that way, I'd imagine, but
every now and again I will offload video that way to my iPad, but Also, I do a lot of cinematic mode, and it's like
Mm,
by the time the video actually processes, because it has to process on the phone before it lets you transfer it, and then at that point, well, it's like, well, I might as well just AirDrop it because then because it's the same
yeah.
thing. If I try to AirDrop it, it's like, well, let me process for 10 minutes first, and so yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if the N1 chip will perform better than other Bluetooth, like range and all that stuff, and Wi-Fi speeds. Will be curious. It's curious with the modem. They call it the C1X, not
hmm
the C2. I wonder what it'll take to get to the C2. Like this is like a better version of the original, but it's not a complete redesign kind of thing.
um, this doesn't have millimeter wave, so if
Mm.
they still care about that, and it's not clear they do,
Yeah, because it's so rare that you actually encounter it.
yeah, I could see that being a feature of the C2. I'm very interested to see the speed test. The rumors were this is going to be the first one that's relatively competitive with Qualcomm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm be curious how close they get. Um, I also want to note, just in general, this is kind of like an example. This is, I guess, kind of a side tangent, but like those of us who are in this stuff know about all the troubles Apple had getting these modems together, right?
Yeah.
They bought Intel's modem division, and then they thought they had, those modems weren't very good, and they had to go back to Qualcomm. This is another example of like, oh, Apple sucks at something, they're bad at it, and they eventually come around, and things are okay. And I
Mm-hmm.
think AI is going to be the same way. Where right now it's like, oh, Apple's terrible at AI, they don't get it, this and that. But like, give them some time, like they'll get there, and they might never be like the top player, but they'll be good enough, and that's what most people want. So
Yeah.
never count them out. That's what I'm saying. It didn't seem like we'd get to the modem thing. It seemed like they would abandon it at some point, and
Yeah,
they
but they
kept
did.
on. They're
Yeah.
doing it.
Um. Yeah. What else about the Air that's of note to you? Like you're excited
Um,
about it being thin and light. I mean, and it's got
yeah,
good camera on there.
yeah, it's
48 megapixel, and the
sure.
Fusion camera does whatever the Fusion cameras do.
I'll try it out. I'm still planning on. I'm leaning towards not trading in my 15 Pro, so I would probably I might just keep using that for like my videos. The
Yeah.
camera's kind of immaterial. It's whatever. I use my iPhone more for, I think, some of the, I don't know what you'd call them, but like not the primary uses, but some of the side uses I call them. So like,
Mm-hmm.
um, we moved recently, so I had a cause to buy new locks and everything. So I use it for home key. Excuse me, the car I'm driving has sports car key. It's a wallet. It's those are honestly the things I use my phone for more than anything. And CarPlay, obviously, but like
Yeah.
the general, just like, hey, it's my everyday whatever. Like that moved to the iPad for me. So like my iPhone has to do less. It has less jobs than it used to. So that's another reason this works for me.
Yeah. No, I'm the same. My iPhone is not my main workhorse. I definitely use it during the day quite a bit, but yeah, not. Yeah, it's kind of a similar role. Um, but yeah, the cameras get a 1x and a 2x is basically what you get with the back camera, which I would miss the range. The 5x range is so nice when you need it. Like when we were in Italy, like
hmm
being able to do a 5x at like some of these buildings and stuff is just like so cool. Like yeah, I don't use it all the time, but when you need it, you get some cool shots that way.
There are some definite benefits for sure. But on the other hand, this phone is thin, so
It's
you know.
true. It's interesting they don't have Pro RAW in this thing too. You can't shoot in Pro RAW, which is weird because it's the same 48 megapixel sensor. Like why limit that?
I don't know. It's thin.
It's thin. And also, you can only do 4K Dolby Vision at 60 frames per second, even though it's a Pro chip. I guess the sensor is similar to the 17, and that's a sensor limitation rather than a chip limitation, is my guess.
hmm I would think.
Oh, you did mention you'd use cinematic mode.
Yeah,
Oh, did you? Sorry, I was looking at other things. Did you mention cinematic mode is not in the Air?
I'm not. I was saying that if I'll try out the camera, but if it doesn't do cinematic mode,
It
or
does not. Yeah.
then yeah,
Which is interesting because I must use two sensors for that. Is that possible? Because the iPhone 17 does cinematic mode, and this one does not.
it's a strange decision, but
You know, it
um,
does
yeah,
action mode, so you got that going.
I
uh,
do have zero use for that.
right? Yeah, I know.
I'll keep my 15 Pro and just use that. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
Or I'll buy a camera. But
right.
this thing is thin, so I'm
It
happy.
is thin. It is thin. It looks like yeah, it looks great, especially the white. And then you got to pair the white with the white MagSafe power pack. Like that's the way to
Mhm.
go because it matches the phone better too.
It
Uh,
does. I didn't buy that. I bought a bumper case.
okay. You tell me you're
Um,
not getting the MagSafe pack. That's I love that thing. Yeah, $100 though. I mean, yeah,
it is. Maybe it's a thing I'll probably buy next time I
down the road.
travel. Yeah, I don't. Another reason this all works for me, I'm either working at home, I'm working in the office, and that's about it. Like I'm not out. I'm not somewhere. Every review on this thing is gonna complain about the battery life, and it's
Sure.
like I can't. And it's like I'll charge it. I charge it when I need to, and it's fine. You know, it is for
Yeah.
that person who isn't like I don't need every drop of battery life to last me 3 days. It's like I'll just charge it. It's
Right.
fine. It really is. This is fine.
Yeah. And I think the lightness will really come effect with how big the phone is and how light it still is versus like iPhone Mini. It's light, but it's smaller. So like I
Mhm.
think it'll be striking just to hold this thing.
Yeah, I gotta be careful because I'm leaning towards the 256 gigabyte
That's
model
what
because
I that's what I
yeah,
rock on my iPhone. Like I can always manage that because I'm never like doing enough video at one time, and I got iCloud in the photos in the library and podcasts. I just need to delete every so often to make sure that doesn't go crazy.
yeah,
That's
for
the
sure.
yeah
You gotta turn on all of, like, the cloud optimizations of, like, don't download my photos, don't, maybe
yeah.
don't save attachments, things
But
like that.
256, that's like the minimum of what I can do for I think iPhones. Like 128 would be not enough, but 256 that's like the perfect amount to just. I'd of course want more, but
Yeah,
once you go up, you can't go down. That's just how it works. I'm
I'm gonna
like I'm
try.
stuck. I'm stuck at a terabyte for. Are you at 512 now?
I am, but it was only
Okay.
because I was downloading full resolution photos,
Okay.
and I moved that to my iPad, and I checked, and I'm at, like, 180 something on my phone, so I
And
think
it'll
it'll
manage that.
work.
If you have less storage, it won't. I think if you
Yeah.
tell it properly, it won't do all that
I
stuff.
bought a 1 terabyte iPad specifically to do that, so
Yeah.
I could buy a lesser iPhone.
Yeah. Accessories. We got a whole slew of them this year. You could really spend a lot of money on accessories if you want to. Now, the tech woven case is only for the
Mhm.
Pro phones. I realized. I did not realize they did not offer these for the base iPhone 17s.
That's strange.
It
Very strange
is
decision.
right. I don't know if that was Did they have leather cases for the base phones? I thought they did. Maybe I'm
I'm
wrong.
pretty sure they did.
But this seems like a cool thing. So instead of the crappy vine woven, they're basically. It sounds like they're doing like a yarn fabric thing, and then over top of that, they're like putting some sort of coating to protect the fabric. Is that my understanding? Is that correct in your
I
understanding of this?
Yeah, I'm envisioning people getting this case because I think my bumper's coming Friday, so I assume the cases are gonna come this
Yeah.
week.
Oh, people are gonna try to
Yeah,
destroy
just
these
take the fork
things.
to it, just to I could just see it now. Just
Pour soda on it or whatever. Yeah.
mhm.
Oh
Um,
gosh. Yeah.
I hope the thing about the fine woven, it felt really nice, it feels really nice.
Yeah, we have one in the house, and we were sad when it eventually degraded. It's lasted a full year before we needed to replace it.
I
Um,
still have mine. It's in I don't use it every day. That's kind of the key, but like it still held up. It feels nice. I love this thing. I of course didn't pay full price for it, but
yeah,
when I travel, this is what I put it in, and
but
it's
this
worked
looks
out
like a
pretty
good
well.
alternative for people that want that stuff.
What about
Yeah, like
this?
it looks like a cool material that they went with here.
So this crossbody strap.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Over the past week, I've seen 3 people wear lanyards with their iPhones, just wearing it around their neck. It's like, why am I seeing this so often now? I'm at like playgrounds and stuff. All of these moms have like their iPhones around their necks now. It's a trend.
Are we too old for this?
We
Like,
might be too old for this. Or maybe when you have kids, then you start wearing iPhones around your neck, so you always have your camera handy and you don't need it in your pocket.
that's actually a very good reason. It's a very good use case, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I quite honestly, I could see. I don't know. I could do this maybe in certain situations, not all the time, but maybe. But then again, yeah, if I'm playing with my kid, don't want my iPhone dangling in front. I'm gonna
Right.
be running through tunnels and
Easy
crap.
target for the. Let me just pull this off. Uh,
Right. Yeah, I wonder how easy the magnets just come off with this thing.
it's interesting they're doing it. It's nice to see that they're keeping up with the trends. If this is the thing
It's
people are doing,
it's $59.
for
It's as
for
much as the case for
for like
this
a
crossbody strap.
tenth of the material or something. Like I don't know what
Well,
this
that's
is
all the
made.
magnets,
It's crazy. Not for me, but like, um, probably for a lot of people. Not everything has to be for everyone, and that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd be curious just to play with how this thing's designed and all that. Um, I guess it integrates with the cases and third-party cases. This will be the thing this year. They deal with camera control this year. That they deal with. This should hopefully be easier to deal with. But yeah,
Yeah. Um, and then yeah, the bumper is back for the
I'm so
for the
happy the
killer.
bumper's back. That was the best iPhone case they ever made. It's just the bumper. So when you put it face down on the table, your
hmm
screen isn't touching the table. That's all I want.
It's interesting. The iPhone 7 Plus. I bought a third party bumper case, and
All the third-party ones suck.
they were so thick,
So bad.
and it was so hard to get it in and out of the case, and it was such a terrible
Yeah, I
experience.
don't know why any of like throughout the years I've periodically looked like the iPhone 12 mini. Is there a bumper? No one made a good bumper outside of Apple. Like, how is this so difficult to do?
I'm hoping this won't disappoint me, but fingers crossed that this will be my new gym and travel case, hopefully. But we'll see.
Because most of the time you don't have a case at all, right? You're like me.
Correct. I go.
Well, I do the sleeve. You're sort of like me.
You might be selling me on the sleeve. We'll
The
see.
sleeve is so good. You go to fitbag.com. I'm not sponsored, but Fitbag, they're the best. They'll custom
I
make your sleeve for you. They're great.
I'm becoming carry a crossbody bag of some sort with me everywhere. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm becoming an iPad weirdo who brings his iPad everywhere. But my phone also goes in there too. So like
Sure.
it makes the sleeve thing more of a possibility. Like if it's just going to go in a bag anyway.
Yeah, what I love about the sleeve, I'll say this is for those I haven't heard, is when you're using the phone, you got your naked iPhone, and then when you're done with it, it goes in its home. It's a nice protected sleeve. So with a case, your screen's not protected. So there's a pebble in your car, whatever. Your iPhone's on the floor. It's like all scratched up. Sleeve, you can just throw your iPhone wherever you want. It's fine. Also, if you have little kids, it's less exciting for them to have an iPhone that's in the sleeve. Yeah. So. But yeah, the bumper does look very nice, and I'm sure you can make it. I'm sure they can make a sleeve that would accommodate the bumper too, which is cool. Then there's also the clear case. Is a clear case with the other models this year too, or is this just an Air case?
It's usually don't they, I think they usually all get a clear case. So if they restrict it this year, that would be strange.
Yeah, we got the silicon case with all the. There's no
Yeah,
silicon case for the Air.
there's a 17 clear case.
There is
So,
okay.
yeah. So I think they all get it.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that. And the Pro has a clear case. I gotta say, the Pro clear case looks hot. Like, because it's like there's no, they don't have the circle anymore,
Oh.
right? It's just clear, and I don't know if that's not transparent anymore in the middle. Is that what they're doing? Yeah, it's not transparent in the middle anymore, so it's white. So
Hmm.
I don't know if it's coming through. Yeah, it's white there. So if you have an orange one, that'll just be white.
Huh.
Which I think I like more than that silly ring. But it
Yeah.
definitely looks best if you just get the boring silver iPhone Pro versus like orange. The white looks a bit weird.
I used to hate the clear case until I saw like it looked ugly and
My
conceptually.
mom swears by the clear case. That's her go-to.
Once I saw one in public, like I saw one in the wild, of like, oh, I don't know, something it just clicked, and I bought a used one off of eBay or something. But so I have one of those around here too somewhere. But it's I don't know what it is about it. It's kind of nice in some
Oh, what is
circumstances.
this? What is this? Oh, this is weird. Um, so there's the the iPhone Air case with MagSafe. I thought this was the clear case, but you can get it in frost or shadow. Is this the clear case, but there's also a dark variant of the clear case now? You seeing this? I think this is a clear case, but
Yeah, it
there's
looks
like
like
different
it's
colors for the clear case.
for the ring. It looks like, and the yeah, it looks like the
It's
ring
like a
is
black
darker.
ring. Is that the only difference? The ring
It,
color?
I think so.
And we're just seeing what's coming
Yeah, because
through.
I think, although the last picture makes it seem like even the ring isn't dark. If you scroll all the way to the right for under shadow, like it doesn't. It
Oh
just
yeah, it doesn't change the picture. I think that's just a type. That's
yeah.
just a picture
It looks
typo.
like just the ring is clear.
That's interesting. Do you like the do you like the black ring or the white ring better?
I like the white one until I see someone in public with one, then I'll change my mind. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I gotta
because
get
none
that.
of the iPhone. Yeah, I guess it depends what iPhone you get, but most of them I think white would look better. Yeah, and then fine woven is still here. If you want a wallet, they still make it in fine woven. That's the
I
superior
guess
material
no
for.
one complained about the wallet. I guess enough, or
Yeah, I guess they didn't break down enough for that to be a thing.
I I have one. It's in worse condition than the case because I actually use it, but
Use
like
it, yeah,
it's fine. It has like a kind of a gouge in it, but eh,
yeah,
I don't have an OCD about that stuff, so it's fine.
yeah. Then the iPhone Air MagSafe battery is $99, as we talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
It's USB C.
Mm-hmm.
You can charge over a wire from that battery pack smaller accessories, they say, such as like AirPods. I'd imagine you could also just use it as you pop them on top of the case like you could anything else. I think it's just Qi
Yeah.
charging as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do we know if this has reversible charging like the Lightning one did? Where remember with the Lightning one, I've done this before. I plugged a Lightning cable into the battery pack, and the battery, or no, I plugged a cord into my iPhone,
Mm-hmm.
and the iPhone charged the battery pack over that connection.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I wonder if that's in this. I don't think it's mentioned anywhere, from what I can tell.
I don't know that they mentioned it the first time, though. To be honest, like I don't know if it
Yeah, it
was
might
the same
be in
kind
there.
of
No one,
test.
it just doesn't
I'll get
say.
it one day. Probably, one day
Yeah.
I'll get it. Back in the day, though, I don't know if this. I think it was Renee Ritchie
Well,
claimed that
there. Yeah. Go ahead,
he
sorry.
claimed that the battery pack, the old one, also boosted. Like it kind of helped boost the cell radio too. Like there was logic in there to.
Interesting.
I don't remember. Actually, it was
So one thing they do
yeah.
mention is fast charging. For even faster charging of your iPhone Air, attach the MagSafe battery and connect it to a 20-watt or higher power adapter at the same time. So connect it so that you connect the battery pack to the charger. I guess that's if you're trying to charge the battery and the iPhone at the same time. Is the
I used to do that. Yeah, that's how I used to do
yeah.
it. I would plug it into because it would charge both.
But the cool thing, yeah, I remember this. I went on a trip with my MagSafe battery pack Lightning. I didn't have a Lightning cord with me, but I was able to fully charge up my MagSafe battery pack from my phone
That makes
overnight.
sense. That
That
makes
was kind of
sense.
cool
Yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah, it's like the Lightning thing the accessory lived on, even though it didn't have a cord for it. Um, Yeah, and then it is annoying. This will only work with the Air because the camera bump on the Air is a thin vertical slice. On
Mhm.
the Pro, it's a wide vertical slice. On the 17, it's the tower kind of thing.
Yeah,
So it's taller, I believe, than what this is because it's got two cameras there. So it's
I
very
do.
annoying. This is just for the Air, but that's
I
what it
mean,
is.
they'll. I don't know why they haven't got. They'll get around to it, for the others at some point. I think.
Yeah.
Um, I will. I will. I will give the internet some kudos because I've only seen one person make a joke about these things looking like pixels. So good restraint, internet. You know
Hmm.
about the camera
Yes.
bar. I'm sure. Maybe it's just being filtered out of my timelines, but I expected a lot more of. Oh, Apple just they stole the pixel design. They just copy everything. But, like I've only seen one of those. So congratulations, internet.
And I wonder the thickness on this MagSafe battery pack. Do you think it'll with basically make the bump even to the ground, or is it going to be thicker than the camera bump?
It looked thicker than the camera bump from what I remember
Okay,
in the keynote, which is another reason I'm
that
not like jumping
that's a
to.
shame. If they could
Yeah,
if they could just like even it out, that would be just so perfect in my
it's
mind.
one of those things where it's like they probably did that, and it's like, well, this isn't
No,
even
this
worth it.
isn't even worth it, right? Yeah,
And to me, it's like I don't care. Like it's thin. Let's do it.
yeah,
I'm not being practical here. I just want this. I want everything to be thin. Just I don't care. Two
yeah,
hours more battery. I don't care.
yeah. It was really rich of them in the keynote to say, with the battery pack
Yeah,
attached, it gets as much as like, come on, guys, what are you
yeah.
doing? What are
I'm
you
not.
doing with that?
Yeah, we're not doing. You know what? Just charge it when you need to. Just charge it when you need to.
Yeah, and
Moving.
the the final accessory I'm aware of today is the 40-watt dynamic power adapter with 60-watt max. So they're offering a new. They don't include any power bricks with phones anymore.
Correct.
If
That is
they did,
correct.
this would be the one included, I would think, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It kind of looks
Um.
like that. It's a small one. It looks like they're retractable, the little power prong things.
It looks like yeah. It looks like it
Yeah,
almost looks
it folds up. Yeah,
okay. It looked like the prong part of a MacBook charger at first. I'm like, is this the part you pull out of the?
right.
I thought that's what that was at first. Um. I'm glad they're doing this. Obviously, and I'm sure your listeners know this. There's so many great charging options out there. I just
So many.
it's hard to get excited about Apple's when
This,
you know,
yeah. Well,
yeah.
this is one. So it's tiny, right? But this is when they. It says basically, if you want that 60 watts, you got to be using an iPhone 17 or an Air.
Mm.
For fast charging, pair the dynamic power adapter with iPhone 17 models or iPhone Air. So it sounds like there's some special chip in this that only works with the new iPhones.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, it's very Apple, very Apple
It
for
is.
this.
I will promptly be
Are
ignoring
you
this.
you're not going to be getting this this charger then
I
for
have
$39?
too many other chargers to even consider this. But good for them for starting to make
Yeah,
smaller chargers. That's
sure.
great.
And we still have no PSVR 2 controllers or the
Yeah, I
Muse on the
looked.
website. It's coming this fall, they say. So I was hoping we'd see something, but nothing yet. Maybe in
Well,
October.
I mean, but I think all the OSs are coming Monday. I haven't.
Monday, yeah.
So
Oh, I wonder if Monday the stores will open up with that stuff. Maybe.
that,
I'm thinking October though. After the
yeah,
event,
that would
is my
make
guess.
sense. For them. I think I don't know. It's one of their flagship features in this release. Should be ready by Monday, but it probably will be October, and I'm assuming everything in October will just be press releases.
Yeah, and I did try out Jupiter and Vision
Mhm.
OS 26. The GM it's in there
Mhm.
was in there all summer, but it's in there and it's cool. You can use Control Center to pull up settings that you're looking at and change where Jupiter is. And I'm gonna definitely try this out for some movies because the moon is my go-to like movie and video scene because it's nice and dark. I think this could be a nice one for that as well. So
Someone on social media mentioned it was the morning light environment light thing they got rid of to make room for.
oh, yeah, I wasn't sure how they. It looked
Exactly.
like this looks normal, but it's like yeah,
Something's off
they got
here.
rid of one of the lights. Okay, which I never used those morning light
Yeah.
ones.
I couldn't tell. I was like, I know one of these is wrong, but I don't know which which one of these
You know
is.
what they should do? They have the control center thing to control the different phases of the moon or
Mhm.
the Jupiter. In a future update, just do the light thing,
Yeah,
and you could change to morning light or whatever in there. That
seems like
seems
an
like the
easy
logical
fix.
way to do. Once they start doing more environments, I guess they liked having all those in there to like make it look more than it is
I
too.
guess so.
Yeah.
I know we're already at time. I don't want to go on a tangent too much about the Vision Pro, but
Oh, you
you
got your hairline crack. Welcome to the club. I've
know, I
got
did get
two or
that.
three. Um,
I did get
yeah,
that. Yeah, I will get it
yeah,
replaced at some point. But the thing, there was that article a couple weeks ago about how they're somewhat intentionally slow rolling the content on Vision Pro just so that it doesn't, by the time it's ready for consumers, it's not all old stuff.
sure.
And I really hadn't considered that, but that does unfortunately make some sense. Like, you don't want to roll out a bunch of stuff for just us. I mean,
Yeah,
the nerds who are here now doing
sure.
this, you don't want to. It made me a little sad because it made sense, just in terms
Yeah,
of.
it does.
But
Um,
yeah, I feel like that might extend to like the environments too, right? Like, because I think they could be doing them
Possibly,
faster, but maybe they're
maybe, or it
intentionally
could be
slow.
like Apple Watch faces, and it's like you get one a year if you're lucky,
Could be.
or three a year. I don't know. Yeah, hopefully we get more in the
Yeah.
next big update. But yeah, anything else from the day? So you bought AirPods, you pre-ordered AirPods Pro, and
Mm.
you're got all your stuff ready for the Air, which you're doing through the carrier, right? To get a free phone, or
Mm,
it's better, a
I'm
better
thinking
deal.
about it. I'm on the fence. I may just buy it outright.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll know by Friday. But most important thing is people should buy the iPhone Air, but you don't have to buy it on Friday. Let me get mine first, and then
Okay.
like all you pro people, go ahead, go down. But like let's wait a day on the Air so I make sure I get mine day one. Because
Do you think supply constraints will be a thing with the Air?
no,
Yeah.
if I'm completely honest, I'm a little concerned this is going to be like the Mini, where a lot of people
Yeah.
say oh, this is so cool and it's a great idea, but like
They want the
people,
cameras.
and the battery life, people really are obsessed with battery life, and this isn't the phone for those people. So I don't think it's really going to fly off the shelves. But I hope, since it seems like they maybe are not going to update it every year, that it doesn't have to be the runaway success that the Mini and the Plus weren't.
See, why do we have the iPhone 12 mini? We should just have the iPhone mini that they update every 3 years.
They should have done that.
Man,
They
yeah,
should
that makes
still
me
do
angry
that.
now. They should
They should
still do
still,
that.
you know. It just kills me because people say these phones flop, but it's like a flop for Apple. Like, they
Right.
still sell,
Mm-hmm.
like, compared to other phones,
In
they
the
still sell like
millions.
crazy. But it's like, oh well, it's just not good enough. So it's like that kind of kills me too. It was the same way
Yeah.
with the 5C back in the day, where everyone said that phone flopped. But if you looked at the sales charts, it's like the first number one was the 5S, and then like number six or something of the top 10 phones in the world was the 5C. It's like, oh, but it was a flop.
I had a friend from work back in the day that had the white 5C.
Hmm.
That thing was great. It's like
Hmm.
they felt. I remember you're like an old iPod, just
Yeah,
the plastic just felt good in the hand, kind of
it's a
thing.
beautiful phone. That was a great phone.
Yeah, but yeah, bad. It's funny with the battery stuff. They list in the specs for the iPhone Air, they do playback with the MagSafe battery pack. So they have like both specs. Here's with that, with and without, and with it you get better battery life than the other ones. It's great.
I don't care.
Um,
It's thin.
yeah, but 27 versus 33 for video. It's not really. I guess that'll be different in actual. They always do video because that's the best number, of course.
It
To them,
is.
yeah.
And if you care about battery life, you're probably buying a Pro Max.
But really, it's so funny the whole battery thing. Like the Switch 2. Like people are like, oh, it only has 2 hours battery life. Like 10 years ago, this might have been an issue, but like I'm gonna have my bag with me. I'm
Hmm.
gonna have a nice beefy battery pack that can charge that thing all day long. Like I've never been like battery's not just I don't know, it's not a problem anymore. Even if I don't work at a desk right now, and like I always am by chargers. The only thing where that is not true is if it's a bad cooled phone and like you can't charge it because it's too hot. But these are better cooling, phones where that's not a problem. But like we're in the modern age where everyone's got a battery nearby. I think I
Yeah.
don't know.
This is a solvable problem if you want it to be, or
Totally, yeah. It's not like it's dying every 10 minutes. Just charge it up. It's got the fast charging now, and you're good to go for the next stretch of time. Yeah, but yeah. Well, September 19th is the day, right? That's a
hmm.
week from Friday.
Yep.
So coming up.
Yep. And then pre-orders this Friday, um, 5 a.m. Pacific. I'm so glad we got off the.
Yeah, so you get a normal time, and
Yeah, I did my
yeah,
time waking up at 3 a.m. ordering these phones. So
it's funny. Like, yeah, it is better. I would if I was actually pre-ordering, it was such a. I remember when I was doing it, it was like, oh god, I'm at my day job and I can't be fighting with this right now. I gotta like
yeah,
go to the bathroom and hopefully it goes through. Like, because like yeah, like not ideal time for me if I was gonna be doing this, but for most people that are just sitting at a desk or
yeah.
whatever, it'd be fine. Yeah.
I'm just praying for no issues. Yeah, because it'll be 8 o'clock, and then I just need. Just
Yeah,
need.
I think Apple's so good at this. Like this is like this. The Switch 2 is like, oh, we're up at midnight. About 3:30
Oh
in the
God,
morning, I had my order secured. It's like
I'm still mad.
Apple's like within a couple, like within 20 minutes, it should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that. Yeah, don't get me started on that. That was so frustrating. Switch
And
to.
I noticed Boost Mobile is listed as a partner with Apple. I don't remember that from last year, but it might have been there last year too. But it's interesting.
I haven't thought about Boost
Yeah,
Mobile in
yeah.
so
It's Boost. I didn't even know that was like a real
I
brand.
thought it
Yeah,
I thought it was a Sprint thing, so I'm kind of
yeah. Because Sprint
so,
got bought out. Yeah, by
yes, but
T-Mobile.
maybe I don't know. I'm a little surprised it's still around, but yeah, they're I guess they're hanging in there.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Um, yeah, I think that's it. Right.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah, next month hopefully we get new iPads and other goodies.
we get iPad OS 26 next week. It's gonna be
It's
like a new
good. Yeah,
iPad.
the OS update's good. I'm enjoying it. People will miss split screen, I think, but there's ways around it. Like you throw the app to the side of the screen and you got split view.
There are some quirks, but overall,
Yeah.
it's pretty solid.
Yeah. No, I'm excited because I've been holding off on installing test flights and stuff because like Variant's got a test flight for their update for iPad OS 26, but it's like it screws up because it's a subscription app and I got to resubscribe every 2 days now. It's like I just don't want to mess with that stuff at that point.
That's fair.
Yeah. Well, where can folks follow you online and videos and your website and all that good stuff?
Yeah, so you'll go to slatepad.org. We'll get you to everywhere. I write there, a few times a week, and we'll get to the YouTube channel where I make videos mostly focused on iPad. Um, Technically, my goal is to focus on the post PC devices, so that's phone, iPad, watch, Vision Pro, the stuff that interests me. So I will be doing an iPhone review at some point once I get my Air. There'll be a written review and a video review, but those are the two places you want to go. And I'm around on social media at SlatePad on Threads and Blue Sky and Mastodon.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your time tonight. This has been a lot of fun. It's very cathartic, just like geeking out about this stuff because like no one in this household cares about this stuff.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. Well, that was our discussion and kind of analysis about Apple's September 2025 event. If you'd like to support this podcast, you can do so over at patreon.com/iPadPros or by subscribing in Apple Podcasts. With that, I'll talk with everyone again real soon.